What's up, everybody? Thank you. Just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody that's reached out on whether it's social media, on here on YouTube, asking questions, showing appreciation, gratitude. Just want to say thanks. I did want to, as I've got a few minutes, I did want to talk about something that's kind of popped up in my world the last couple weeks, and that's the old abbreviation CYA. Cover your a couple people have asked comments about documents or signed deals to kind of cover themselves in the event something happens. I don't have anything that I can show right now in this particular truck, but if you go on Google and look up like a generic damage waiver, you go on like Tow Talk on Facebook, which is a great group of a lot of guys that are in the industry. A lot of people can show you something they use. Nothing is going to work for everybody. The biggest thing to have when you have in a situation, I actually just use pictures, and even when I can, a video. If there is damage on a vehicle and or the customer's kind of giving you the wrong vibe, what I like to do is, if I can, take a video but don't want to cause any problems and make a situation worse, I definitely try to take pictures, come up with a story of we do before and after, that kind of thing, because a lot of times, especially on newer phones and equipment, you'll have like the date and time stamp on the pictures, so you can say, hey, this is before or whatever. I also like doing that, like I said, with videos, because you can say, hey, this is August blah 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 at such and such time, this is before we load it up, all that kind of stuff, and you can kind of take a visual representation with a video of the surrounding area around you so they can show proof. Knock on wood, I haven't had a lot of problems in the towing that I've done, and I've done a lot, but to me it's about how you handle yourself. If you do cause damage, own up to it. Trying to make it right will by always set you further off than trying to hide something or whatever. Own up to it, take your time, try to not put yourself in a situation that you're going to cause damage or could cause damage. And if you get into a situation where something's sketchy, explain it to the customer. Say, hey, this is how I need to do this job. This might happen, and obviously get that in writing. Have a damage waiver stating that, who knows, a window seal might be busted on a lockout, a stud or lug nut might be stripped on a tire change, there might be damage on a bumper previously, and or it's a low car and it might scrape. Obviously do whatever you can to cover yourself. Unfortunately, we live in a sue happy world. Everybody's trying to get a check. Some people are just too lazy to go out and earn their check, and they're trying to do what they can. So with that being said, I also like, in this kind of situation, I like using dispatch software for this particular reason. I like the tow books. I like tow books the best. It's a dispatch software. I mean, I've used Hops. It's fine. But there is other companies out there. In my car hauling days, I used Super Dispatch. It was affordable, but it's more for the car transport side. It can still be used for this. And why I like that is because you can take pictures, you can put in notes, things like that. So you kind of already have it, and it saves it onto your software. That way, in the event something happens, you can say, hey, no, this was already like this. That has happened to me once. Actually hauling a car, there was a fog light that was messed up. They claimed, oh, it wasn't messed up. I showed them pictures. I had the signature and the name of the guy that signed off on it from the dealership that I picked it up from, and bam, nothing ever happened, and it was resolved. But that's kind of the basis to answer some questions. Obviously, if you have any questions of anything, I would be more than happy to answer. I'm kind of thrilled, in all honesty. I know I'm not viral, nothing. I don't care to be. I just want to give you guys and ladies the information that I really wish I knew back then. That way we could all be successful. Because the one thing I will say about the towing business, as there's more and more drivers on the road, it's a business for everybody. You know, if you have a passion for it, you have a passion for helping people, this is a great business. But you do need to be smart about it. You do need to cover yourself, because like I said, we're in a different time. Like, just, you know, I started in this, 15-ish years ago, and it's a whole different world now than it was then. You know, people just trying to get that quick money. So, you know, be smart about it, and just do what you can. So hopefully this answers some questions. But like I said, just to kind of sum it up, you know, take your pictures, take videos, you know, get a signature on some kind of a damage waiver. It does not have to be anything fancy, but make sure that whatever you're trying to say, hey, is, you know, kind of put in just very clear, understanding verbiage. That way it's like, you know, there is a date, there is a time, there is a legible person signature with name, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And just have that. You know, I always recommend, if you have a written document, also take a picture of it, because a lot of times it's easier to find a picture on your phone. Like, I've got just something I do, I have like categories or groups or whatever, folders if you will, of my phone of different things, you know, whether it's, you know, the work stuff, towing stuff, you know, whatever it might be. You know, I have that in a folder. That way if I need to go back to it, I can get to it quickly. Because a lot of times, especially, you know, how we are, I mean, my tow truck unfortunately sometimes becomes a mess, or something doesn't get put where it's supposed to be. At least I have, hey, this is this picture from this date on this car. That way I can get to it as quickly as I need to. But anyways, hopefully that helps. Obviously this video is not going to be quite as long. I'm trying to kind of keep it to bulk, or like one topic. I know a couple of my videos I ramble on. I have a bad habit of that. But appreciate the views. I've had people sharing it with other people. I've even seen it on the towing pages a couple of times. But yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And I appreciate it a lot, guys. Thanks. Bye.